I'm walking back to my room when I notice a really glaring flyer on the hall's bulletin board. Oh, what's this? Looks like an opening at the park. Volunteer is available. Pay is fine. I guess the pay for the volunteer wouldn't be that good, huh? But hey. Okay, stop that. But hey, I can get more in touch with my natural side this way. I hope my phone still gets service out there. Oh, more jobs. I'm so broke, but I can work. Well, that's not fair. Socializing. Let's go to work. I need to make money. Train engine. Just go to. Costs money to bathe, which is really sad. $4 to bathe. Day 37. I stop in my tracks on my way back to economics class. Oh, cute. I spot a pair of adorable cats, one a plump tabby with distinctive orange markings and a smaller black and white feline. The two of them are nestling on the grass by the pavement. The orange one is licking its companion, grooming its cheek and neck. I have to take a picture of this. It's not often you come across a heart-melting scene like this. I take my phone out and get the camera running, then start to fiddle around with the placement for an amazing picture. Tilting and lifting my phone up kind of draws some attention, but I barely notice as I finally get my perfect shot. The tabby perks up and looks at me, blotching the natural vibe the scene totally had going. No, you're ruining it! I wave at the kitty with my hand to try and coax it back into that adorable pose. It works, somehow. Either that or the kitty gets bored of looking at me and goes back to licking its partner instead. Aw, so cute. I just want to make you... It just wants to make you die. Maybe I'm the killer. In a good way, not the bad way. I continue on my way with a grin. I've been trying to make my blog more me lately, if that makes sense. I take more pictures, some of myself, but only when I'm looking good, duh. But mostly of things I find cool. Oh, and I write text posts about more personal things like school, family, the real nitty-gritty, etc., etc. I've been getting more followers that way, and not to toot my own home, but I already had a lot to begin with. All in all, Roller's much more fun to use now, and it's all thanks to Darren. Meeting another user offline inspired me to try and merge the two worlds together. I mean, they're both part of my life, so why not, right? And speak of the devil, I look ahead to see Darren is coming this way. However, he isn't alone. There's someone walking next to him. Oh, boy. My face drops as I recognize the tall, golden-haired moron walking in step with Darren, but it's already too late to run. Kurt sees me and dons that annoying smirk he wears before he starts pushing my buttons like a factory worker. Hey there, gorgeous. Darren looks up from his phone as Kurt stops in front of me. He offers me a little wave, and I return it politely before dealing with Kurt. Drop it, Marjorie. I just ate lunch. I turn back to Darren now with a considerably sweeter smile. Is this guy giving you trouble, Darren? Darren shyly replies with a shake of his head. I should have guessed. When I saw them together, it was obvious he was listening to whatever drivel Kurt was spouting from his lips. No, Kurt is my friend. We're roommates, actually. Oh, how fun that must be for you. I make sure the dripping sarcasm in my voice is ever so obvious. Hey, say all you want, but Darren and I are actually buds, you know. Yes, Kurt's always been very nice, and he understands that, I have trouble speaking sometimes. So Darren's going to take his side. Ugh, fine. I know Kurt's not awful, and Darren's his friend. There must be something redeeming about him besides his football skills. It still doesn't help that Kurt hits on me with every breath he takes. Fine, I'll play nice. You better not take this as a chance to start with all those creepy come-ons, though. I point accusingly at Kurt, and he raises his hands innocently. I'm a good boy. Darren and I exchange a glance. Even he can't cover up that obvious lie. Sensing this, Kurt awkwardly fumbles for another topic. But I'm surprised Darren knows a hottie like you, Grave. You guys have a class together? Yep, Anthro, and we met on roller. Kurt cocks his head like I'd just spoken another language. The hell is that? Darren winces and turns his shoulders in, and I realize I may have accidentally revealed something he wanted to keep secret. I think hastily can come up with something. Just something on the internet. We met there first, but then we found out that we went to the same school. The same class even. Crazy, huh? Majorly, but I should have guessed that. Dude's glued to his laptop. He uses it any chance he gets. He juts his thumb over at Darren, who blushes in response. Hey, hold on. If we all know each other here, you want to come with? I suspiciously cock a brow. Accepting an invitation from Kurt Maudry can only lead to trouble. But hey, if Darren is coming with, where are you guys going? Cafeteria for some grub. I have to bulk up for the next game, and nothing says bulk more than a burger. I wasn't lying when I said I'd already eaten lunch, but the offer to socialize is still very tempting to my teenage girl's sensibilities. Ah, B20. Wait, we have an econ class in like half hour. Do we? Kurt rubs his head as though he were innocent. Motherfucker. Kurt rubs his head as though he were an innocent, naive child. I scowl and Darren gives him a wide-eyed stare of surprise. Kurt, you said that you were free. Hey, I wasn't lying. You've seen me eat. I can definitely scarf a burger down in a half hour. He stops and scratches his cheek. At least, I think I can. I can do it in like 3 minutes, so... Bud. Hand over your man card if you can't. And only that, saying that because of the character style he is. If not everybody can do that, and I understand that, but this guy, if he can't eat a burger in 5 minutes, he can go fuck it. Well, the ones I make usually are about this big, and I'm not even joking. Really thick patty, usually stuffed with like jalapenos and cheese, tomatoes, pickles, lettuce, jalapenos, sometimes fried jalapenos, depends how I'm feeling. Bacon. That's why I don't make burgers very often. And I can still eat that in like 5 minutes or less. But the joke for me though is that I eat like a duck. I just swallow. Don't you make a joke on that. We're going back to knobs again. To be fair, I knew what I was about to say and I realized what it would sound like, but I was like, it's still funny. So I'm going to say it anyway. I point past the duo unamused. Econ class is that way. That manages to shut Kurt up. He eyes us like he's cornered prey and we're ready to bite with fangs of truth and justice. Wow, that sounded so cool in my head. Alright, fine, I'll give. I wanted to skip today. But Kurt! Darren's tone suggests he can think of no greater offense than skipping class. He's on the verge of freaking out due to this newly discovered role as a partner in crime. His hands ball into fists and he holds them close to his chest in protest. You've already tested poorly in that class. This won't help you pass. Relax, man. It's just one class. You're losing it on me again. Surprisingly. This has to be the most emotional I've seen Darren behave. I'm literally shocked he could even act this excitable. Okay, I'm kind of jealous. Maybe really jealous. I guess Darren did say he had an easier time talking to people he knew well. But does that mean he doesn't know me that well? Maybe it's just that he knows Kurt way better. Or you're a girl. Ugh, no, this is totally going to bother me. Okay, I'm in. Darren and Kurt stopped squabbling for a second to look at me and my bold proclamation. For serious? For serious. I didn't feel like going to econ today anyway. Besides, you have to skip a class at least once in college. It's like an unspoken rule. That's a total lie. My inner brainiac is screaming at me in every language I'm vaguely familiar with, but my mind's made up. I'm skipping class, missing out on material, possibly having the teacher notice my absence and mark me down in participation. Oh man. Is this really a good idea? Darren doesn't look like he thinks so. He's frowning, less than pleased to say the least. I don't like this. Loosen up, bro. I'll make it up. No sweat. Curdle be... Curdle? Curdle? Curdle. Curdle. Kurt will be fine. You don't just get to attach a comma and L's to shit, okay? No. Especially when it makes it sound like curdle, like milk. Kurt will be fine. I'm his econ tutor. I can make sure he gets it done gets it before the test. That still doesn't seem to be enough to convince Darren, but when Kurt wraps his arm around Darren's shoulder and pulls him close, that's all it takes to soften him up. Okay, fine, I trust you two. Maybe he is the killer. Maybe he's gay, because he said he doesn't like touching, but he's letting Kurt touch him. And maybe he doesn't like women for that reason. I don't know. Okay, fine, I trust you two. Sweet. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, the cafeteria. The university cafeteria is filled with the smell of warm and inviting food. It's buffet style here. We can get whatever we want and however much we want of it. Tons of options are available. There's American food, Chinese food. I already ate and I'm already now wanting food. There's Mexican food. The list goes on and on. It kind of sounds like a Microsoft campus. I love coming here because it's like they always have something different to try. We usually find an unoccupied table and claim it as our own. It's pretty empty here for once. You don't get to claim a giant table like that for your own. You are a college student. I figure it's because most people have class around this time and aren't borderline delinquents like us. Kurt is the first one to drop his stuff on our table. He then eyes Darren and me, and impatiently rubbing his hands. All right, so who's on table watch? As he takes a seat, Darren quietly raises a hand. I can do it. Awesome, I knew I could count on you, bro. Kurt gestures to the food line, then rushes off, presumably to get that burger he's been craving. Meanwhile, I turn to Darren. Are you still mad? I wasn't that mad. I was only worried about Kurt. He's here on an athletic scholarship, and if he doesn't achieve the grades he needs, it can mean big trouble for him later on. As much as I love the thought of Kurt being in trouble, that's not going to happen with me as a tutor. I cross my arms and rock back on my heels. You could say I'm kind of a big deal, an economic prodigy, perhaps. Darren stares at me blankly. It was a joke. Oh. Nervously, Darren readjusts his glasses, and I laugh at his reaction. I swear he's a riot. So I'm not really hungry. You know, it might just be Kurt. You just hate Kurt from the beginning, so you don't really peg him as could be the killer because he's stupid. He's a pervert. He's just your typical dumbass. We all hate him. And so you don't really think of him as the killer, so he's probably the killer. Or abductor. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't really get the women he thinks he gets, and that's why he's mad. And abducting him. Doing who knows what with him. So I'm not really hungry, but do you want anything? Since you're saving the table, I can get it for you. I was planning on getting something sweet for a snack. Unfortunately, I forgot to look up the menu, so I'm not sure what they're serving today. Can I trust you to use your best judgment? Oh, Roger, Roger. I'll take care of it. BRBs. Oh, God. I stick my tongue out, then head to the dessert section. I want a dessert. I do have some cookie dough I made. Thawing right now to eat later. I figure I could spare a slice of cake or a scoop of ice cream, but wow, there are tons of choices. What the heck do I get? Darren's counting on me here. Let's see. What? Yeah, but I'm thinking Kurt now. We got the afraid guy, like you said, super cute nerd trying to overcome his discomfort of scary things. We got Kurt, the misogynistic asshole. We've got Jeff, the pharmacology student who is crazy and thinks he's an alchemist, and very cruel, clearly. And then we have Ted, a country boy from Alabama, with a bit of an anger issue. No, Kurt was not so great in the beginning. Literally follows her out when she accidentally walks into the wrong, locker room. Tries to get her to, like he's asking her if she likes what he saw. And just leaning in and making all these perverse... we all hate him. Okay, chocolate cake, mint ice cream, or caramel torte. Let's see. I can change... If I get it wrong, I'll change it. Okay, let me think. Him. He probably is allergic to chocolate, knowing him. I'll try mint. To left of display, Everyone loves ice cream, so I decided to take two bowls back to the table. Kurt's back too, already in the middle of hounding down a burger and a side of fries. He looks up as he sees me arriving and wipes some ketchup from the corner of his lips with his wrist. Hey, what'd you get? Darren wanted dessert, so I got ice cream. I showed them my haul, and Darren lets out an odd gasp as he sees the bowl of ice cream I'm holding. Oh my. You're lactose intolerant, aren't you? Of course. I looked down at the bowls trying to see whatever it is that Kurt and Darren's so enthused. Is there something wrong with ice cream? Do you not like it? Oh man, you don't like it. Darren smiles shyly, which stopped my paranoid babble. Smiles are good, right? That's my favorite— Oh, I did! That's my favorite type of ice cream. Yes, smiles are awesome. I silently breathe in relief. But see, here's the thing. Now, isn't it now too obvious that he'd be the killer to you? Also, they gotta redraw his mouth. Good lord, that is one fucking creepy smile. Please put some teeth in that mouth that aren't the same tone as a shirt. I like mint ice cream. I do. And you know what? If you make it into a shake, it's even better. But then again, I do tell people I'm not sane, so. Says the guy who doesn't eat his veggies. Wait, why do I get a free pass? Eat your veggies, goddammit! Yes, what do I tell people? I'm not crazy, I'm insane because I use logic with my insanity, and because insanity without logic is just crazy. I grew up with rabbits. My friend has a rabbit. Oh, really now? I guess I have a sixth sense for these kinds of things. Triumphantly, I place a bowl in front of Darren and then one before my seat. Darren takes a spoon carefully wedged under the ice cream and puts it in his mouth. He lets out a satisfied hum. Really, seriously, redraw his smile. It's creepy. This is very tasty. The way his face lights up gets me excited to try it myself. I take my spoon to my bowl of ice cream and taste it. It is as good as it looks. The ice cream is so nice and light with a cool, refreshing feeling that lingers on your tongue. I grin at Darren with the spoon still stuck in my mouth, and he places his spoon down to return a smaller grin. He takes another scoop, then another. I'm pretty proud that I managed to get something he liked. Dude, slow down. You're gonna get a brain freeze. Be an adult. Eat your veggies. Darren goes wide-eyed and scared. Poor beef bags. You mean cows, okay. I mean, you could mean pigs. But that's pork. I guess pork bags, not beef bags. Okay. You couldn't mean pigs, I guess, with saying beef bags. You could say meat bags. Then it's just a wide variety of creatures. Darren goes wide-eyed and scared. He places the spoon down to heed his roommate's warning. Yes, you're right. That wouldn't be very good. From the way they sound, it's like this happens on a regular basis. I take the spoon out of my mouth to gesture at Darren with it. So what makes mint your favorite, Darren? I want to know now. Well, it's nothing so special. Did you have the best experience ever with a pack of gum, and ever since then nothing has compared? Oh, this gum that I've romanced. Kurt snorts unglamorously at my joke, and it's the type of laugh that gets you laughing too from how stupid it sounds. Okay, that was a good one, Grave. Nice. Apparently I get 5 points for just existing. I am a self-satisfied grin over in Kurt's direction. You finally recognized my comedic genius, but I was serious. Why mint? Don't get me wrong, I think it's yummy and like mint chocolate chip. I agree. Oh yes, I like that too. However, I usually just get plain mint ice cream if I can. I'm not that fond of chocolate. See, I knew he didn't like chocolate! Look here, bitch. And she grinned and she grinned at him. Yes. But okay. I'm not that fond of chocolate, but I only dislike chocolate when it's the main ingredient. I find it too overpowering. Wow, I didn't think it was possible to hate chocolate. I mean, I'm not a biggest fan of it either. I can. I'm starting to sound like the serial killer. Hate is definitely too strong a word. It's just that everyone is fond of chocolate. Mint is underrated. Depends on what it's in. I guess to answer your question, I like mint because it's refreshing both in taste and in concept. So you're a food hipster. Huh? Kurt starts laughing again. I look over to see he's finished off his plate of burger and fries. Jeez, that was fast. You can really eat. What? I'm a guy in college. So is Darren. I don't see him performing his best dump trunk impression right now. But please don't argue, you two. Darren asks so earnestly that there's no way I can refuse. I roll my eyes and drop the subject, and Kurt and I go on to talk about how delicious the food was. To be fair, at this point, I think that's just their relationship where he harasses her, she treats him like a bitch. Because he doesn't take no for an answer. I mean, Henry's supposed to send me snacks. I want my snacks. I want my snacks from England. I had a friend who moved to France, and she sent me a bunch of white chocolate. That was best. It's late afternoon by the time we were finished talking and eating. Kurt, of course, went for seconds, and in the meantime, Darren and I shared some dessert that I missed last time. That was good eats. Full of food, Kurt grabs his stomach and rubs it in satisfaction. It reminds me of an ape. Not that he's far off. I wouldn't know about the Canadian one. I've never been there, but I do know they have a chocolate festival, and I would go to that. Are you off to practice, then? Yeah, I'll see you back at the room when I'm done. I don't think anyone in the team will want to do anything. Okay, see you later, Kurt. See you, man. Kurt now looks at me, and his gaze sends my spine prickling in discomfort. And I hope to see you later, too, beautiful. Can you just go already? I groan as Kurt cheekily bids us farewell and heads out from his seat. He's doing it on purpose now, I swear. Yeah. He harasses her despite her saying no. And so she treats him like a bitch. I think it's fair. I would also bully the guy who sexually harasses me. You and him sure... Thus my relationship with Henry. No, I'm just kidding. You and him sure are an unexpected pair. It's strange, isn't it? I didn't think we would get along very well when I learned we were to be roommates. But Kurt is very easy to talk to. He has his eccentricities, but he means well. He just needs to apply himself. Why am I the bully? Because I say it as it is for this situation? He's a dumbass who needs to apply himself, and to take no means no. If he can do that, he's fine. But Kurt is easy to talk to. Oh, I already did this. Duh, bro TP. Bro TP? That one goes over my head there. Pardon? Nothing, don't worry. Little laugh under my breath. Darren uses roller too, but I don't feel like describing the finer details of shipping to him if he doesn't know. From what it sounds like, he's getting hugs from all the other girls. He was late to the tutoring session because last minute he was talking to some cheerleader and decided to take her out. I laugh a little under my breath. Okay. Anyway, want to head out? Darren nods and we get up together. After disposing of our trays at the trash can, we head outside and stop for a moment to talk. So what are you going to do now? I will probably head back to my room to study a bit before I go online. Nice, I should do the same, especially after skipping today. Darren flashes me another disapproving glance as I reminded him. I still think you should have went. You think a lot of things. I'm sure I can catch up with one misclassed. Gosh. I race ahead a few steps and turn on my heel to face Darren again. He's looking at me funny, and I lean over and give him a questioning glance. What is it? You're sure giving me a weird look. No, it's just that I think I like spending time with you, Nicole, possibly as much as I do with Kurt. Now that was unexpected. Before the situation has a chance to get awkward, I place a hand on my heart and swoon dramatically. Darren, such a way with words. Has Kurt been giving you pointers? I didn't intend for it to carry some double meaning. It was only, the truth. His glasses slip down his nose, and he pushes them back up hastily as he hurries past me. I shall head back to the dorm first. Good night, Nicole. I watch him go for a moment with his slim figure and black curly hair. My heart kind of does something funny in my chest, like a somersault before I regain the sense to follow him. Darren, wait! I go that way too! Darren! I chase after him, despairing down the path back to the school dorms. Sorry, Canadians, yeah. Okay, controller, can you stay on? Hey, game, can I use this controller more?